Hey guys, welcome back to D&D with Filthy and Friends. Quick recap of last episode. We are doing our best to instill unremovable damage in the psyches of all townsfolk we encounter. They are seeing directly into Thaddeus's black soul and understanding the horrors and atrocities that he has either committed or seen. So that, I guess, is building a reputation in town. Meanwhile, simultaneously, Tim and Dolphidius are being scammed by a wizard. So I'm excited to see kind of how both these things turn out. So I guess we're going to continue with that.
And whether we're ever welcome back in town again.
It's a small town. I feel like we can burn this bridge and be all right. So.
Okay. So where did we leave off?
Yeah, I think we just panned out. We were switching back, I believe, to Tim and Dolphidius.
Yeah, so he just kind of stands and waits for you to cast that spell. Then we get to that point where you have done that, Steve. What do you want to do with
This is a gold magical.
Nope.
Looks like we've got ourselves a deal, mate. Can I interest you in a Narthic Eye? Incredible true sight. I hold the Narthic Eye up in front of my eyes to demonstrate.
Okay. He just sort of shakes his head.
Maybe a dragon scale, round out your dragon collection.
What is this bone?
I say, yes, that's a drow finger bone. It's one of a kind. Might I interest you in some rocks? And I, with one hand, gesture toward the bone finger and one hand towards the rocks. Kind of
Like
a bag
of
spilling
rocks.
out.
Right.
Yeah.
They're just
It's a
rocks,
bag of
aren't they?
rocks.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They appear to be rocks.
He kind of nods sagely and just opens a small little bag for you. Could you put the teeth in here, please?
I attempt to put the teeth in there.
All right. And you pop them in the bag, and he closes the bag, and he goes, "Thank you, young adventurers. You have helped an old man finally complete his collection." And he just sort of walks away.
It's weird that he didn't want to touch them. Do you think it's because he wants your essence left on that and not contaminated with his own so he can scry and or
I don't know.
cause harm to?
I'm going to follow him with the owl, though.
I'm gonna wave goodbye to him, but I'm gonna have the bone finger in the hand at the same time, so it's kind of like I'm waving at him with 6 fingers.
Okay.
Do the
so you
rocks
see-
look magical, Adam?
What?
Do the rocks look magical?
The ones from Dolphin?
Yeah.
No, they just look like rocks.
Okay, just checking.
I
So
wonder
you
if
see, he
those...
kind of like, he walks away from your stall, and he like walks over here, and he sort of begins to walk about halfway up the hill, and then you see him concentrate for a moment, and a ball of magical force spirals around him, and a door sort of appears in front of him. He walks into the door, and the door disappears.
Yeah, it's his morning
Right.
ritual. Like it's a Sunday morning. He, seals a planar gate and then teleports down to Red Larch for their sweet
Farmer's
market.
market.
Saturday morning market.
Yeah,
You know?
sure.
You know, if he's just like completed a collection, then probably we've just like empowered some great...
Sure, he'll be a
Like,
villain
would he-
later. Yep.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. He's going to
He
show
seems
up
like a
with
likable guy.
Yeah.
his
I mean,
His
I'm really glad you didn't mention too. Those were from the runt dragon, right? Like the wimpy, like not full. Yeah. So he probably thinks he just got a sweet deal on like elder water dragon teeth or something, and instead he just got like that shitty like runt dragon that we fought. He's probably gonna be quite angry when he figures it out.
I assume they have the same teeth for all of their adult lives.
Seems unlikely for a large predator.
I don't have baby
But what does
teeth.
Dolphin, Dolphidius, and Tim do now? After they've made a sale.
What time is it?
It is about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
It's 500G.
Yeah,
It's 500 G.
6,500 for that.
I haven't seen any evidence that anybody's interested in the Narthic Eye or the Water Dragon Scale. Like,
This is the only person who has approached you the entire time your stall has been up.
cool. Let's head to the bar.
That's actually fairly good. That was 7,200 gold almost. 7,177, I guess, for Red Larch. That's unexpected.
Okay, so I guess we pan back to Thaddeus and Chakolth at the inn as Dolphidius and Tim make their way towards your location. Thaddeus has just exclaimed, "Yes, we definitely should stay here."
Excuse me. Yeah.
I agree, Thaddeus, and drinks are on me. I see you've already met my companion.
Just
I'll
Tim and
buy
Dolphin
the
just walking
first
down.
round or two. You might need it. How's the rest of the entire bar?
You're going to buy a whole round for all of us? All of us? Even me? Even her? Did you say yes?
Yep.
Okay. So let's see how many people are in the bar.
And then think about the fact that they all want the most expensive drink.
So it's going to cost you 82 gold.
What?
2 gold a
For, like,
drink? Jesus.
Drinks. Expensive as hell.
To buy
Isn't-
like a proper round for everyone.
Isn't like aren't drinks like a silver each or something?
Yeah, so that's all the patrons, then plus all the staff, and then plus all the other people then being invited in because you said you'll buy everyone a drink.
It's a party.
But okay,
A lot of Red Larch is now coming into the pub,
sure.
expecting to have a drink from
Sure.
Bereatim, the famous adventurer.
Does the tanner come in during this?
You roll perception. You can't tell, it's really, really busy now.
Just let me know if I need to roll anything charisma based. Can I intimidate the air around me to attempt to force that information out of it?
No,
Okay,
fortunately.
sure. All right. Well,
So Dolphidius and Bereatim arrive at the inn. Thaddeus and Chakolth are there.
yeah, exciting.
I'm gonna gather my companions around the table. I've had a shocking revelation.
We've known Thaddeus.
Cancer. I'm sorry.
No. Actually, as it turns out, many of the times I thought I was hungry, or I thought Moradin was speaking to me. It's my horse. My horse can speak to me. In my head. My horse speaks to me in my head.
I look at the table to try to count how many drinks Thaddeus has had at this point.
I changed his the message on his cloak to read "Just humor me. I could be violent."
As it turns out, my horse would like to learn Draconic. So, if any of you find a book for basic Draconic, we're going to study it together.
Your horse would like to learn Draconic.
Yes, we're going to study it together. That helps with the miles. When you're doing miles, if you've got someone... And it means I have to talk to you fools less.
I pulled Tim aside for a second and said, "Let's test this." Then I leave the table. I find his horse, and what would I do to a horse that doesn't kill it or hurt it much, but surprises or shocks it enough that it might do something? I chuck a glass of water on it, right in its face.
And
So
back in the
everyone-
bar, I chuck a glass of water in Thaddeus' face.
So everyone
Same.
sees Chakolth get up and walk away as Tim throws water in Thaddeus' face.
Seeing this, everybody do this, I just chuck a glass of water at nothing.
Okay. What do you want to do to inspect the horse, Filthy?
No, I go over to the horse and I'm just I make eye contact with the horse and I talk to it and I feel super self-conscious as I'm doing this. I'm like, I want to see if Thaddeus can really understand you. And I chuck water in the horse's face.
He kind of just like scares a little bit and moves away from you.
And then I quiet it down and apologize and feed it a carrot. And then I'll head back
Back in the pub
Yeah.
as the water hits Thaddeus' face. Kevin?
Did you just throw a glass of water in my face at the same time that he threw a glass of water in my horse's
He
face.
knows! He knows!
Kill both of you.
Incredible. Incredible. You just needed a bath, mate.
I'm gonna grab the front of Tim's vest there and say, "Where's the nearest lake? We're going to give you your second bath of the month."
What's going on? What's happened to Thaddeus?
Roll your athletics.
To see if I can grab
Oh,
you.
to see if you grab him.
Yeah.
I like it.
No. Failed.
So has Thaddeus been drinking? Is that is the reason that he doesn't grab him because Thaddeus is too drunk, or is he just too what's the reason you miss here, Kevin?
Oh, I'm not actually trying super hard. If I ended up with him, I probably would have to let him go anyway. It's more of a threat to get him to stop being stupid around me.
Okay.
All right, so they're drinking there. I suppose. I think we're just gonna spend the night here. Is the plan, right? I guess the only thing I wouldn't mind doing then, wouldn't mind spending some time drinking, of course, but I'd like to maybe a couple hours later go check on the tanner, see if they're back by then.
Okay.
I'd like to go to the All Faith Shrine and.
Oh yeah, me too, because I want to pickpocket the other clerics. I'm there too.
What?
I am buying a room for myself and Dolphidius separately from the members of the party associated with Chakolth.
So
And I'm
you
doing it under a different name and not mentioning Chakolth.
are you sharing the room with Dolphidius? You've got a room
Absolutely,
together?
and we're going to try to barricade the door.
Okay.
Are we including Thaddeus?
Nope, he's chosen his.
Okay, so that'll cost. So
his fate here.
we need to deduct 82 gold.
They're charging us for that
No, no,
after I
that's-
bought the
that's
entire
different.
town around.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
no way they're charging us for
You
room.
don't
Come
get
on,
charged for the room. So that's fine.
absolutely not.
And
Of course,
okay,
you'd be
so
fucking charged the room. What are you talking about?
to organize a room, they give him the free room. He lets Dolphidius know. You guys go to the Altf Shrine.
Okay,
Check off and Thaddeus.
you're on super quiet now. Your mic's been particularly bad recently. Can you let me jiggle your mic a second?
Now.
Yeah, it's a little better. All right, say what you said again.
So you guys are going to the shrine.
Okay, sure. We'll go to the shrine. I'll just accompany Thaddeus.
What do you want to do, Kevin?
I just want to pray for a while and make a donation, and then again inquire whether there's anything interesting going on, any both secular or faith-based information they have.
How
About
well watched are the collection plates?
I hope you get struck down.
what? So what is it? You're what sort of information do you want, or what you wanted to see if they're aware of, Kevin?
What do I want to know?
Yeah.
So good and faithful followers, Moradin and other minor gods. I'm interested in knowing, does there continue to be evil afoot that we can go and vanquish in Moradin's name?
Okay. Your roll perception, Filthy.
Sure.
So is that that's the question you're asking to the groups of people in the shrine, or
Yes.
is that a prayer?
No, that's what I'm going to ask any of the clergy within the shrine, and otherwise I'm going to just pray and make a donation into the pot there.
And does
Okay.
that prayer take a little bit of time? Are you going to be there and spend a little bit of time to honor your god and kind of converse and whatnot?
Oh yeah, I'd like to.
Sure. Okay, so I'll follow him to begin with. When I see that he's going to be there for a while, I head back to the stables, and I would like to try to sneak up on Thaddeus's horse.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to roll for that or not.
You can roll stealth if you can beat. Let's see what the horse does. You can beat a 7. It doesn't see you.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I sneak up on the horse, and I I'd like to
I
use
sneak up on the horse.
I'd like to use minor illusion to create a sound near the horse's ear, and I would like to, in the voice of, I'd like a commanding male, like deep dwarven voice that sounds maybe like I imagine Moradin sounds, to speak to the horse. And I would like the voice to tell the horse that it knows that evil still reigns in these hills. There's much to be done. Why do you spend your time in Red Hook, Red Larch, wasting the hours that I've given you to the horse? I want it to be like Moradin speaking to the horse in the horse's mind, if possible.
Okay. You see the horse begins to dart around in like a terrified, scared fashion and like runs to the other side of the pen away from you.
Yeah, but presumably Thaddeus is now aware of this too, via the horse. So I don't know either, but that's what I assume. And with my work, my good deed for the day done, I will head back to meet Thaddeus outside the shrine when he's completed his prayers.
Okay. What's Dolphidius and Tim doing now? Are you just in the room barricaded?
Tim said that the room's barricaded, right?
I'm good with this town. I've done what I came to do, so
I'm
winding down for the night.
I'm only concerned because Tim's concerned as we continue barricading the door and winding down for the night. I asked him what he'd worried about, like what's the worst that, Chakolth could do, just like, steal from the, head constable or something like that. Like, what do we have to worry about? What kind of trouble could he get us into?
I don't think it'd be that stupid.
I certainly didn't tell you where I got the coins from when I gave them to you, Dolphin, when we were back at the. But I'm just like, put this towards the party funds. That's all I said.
Yeah. So I said I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Probably not.
I say that as I'm nailing a board that I've stripped from one of the beds to the window.
Absolutely. You guys have torn the bed apart and you're like nailing the door shut. Okay. So Thaddeus is deep in knelt prayer and he gets a feeling of certain sensations and a vision and a voice inside of him as Chakolth arrives.
Okay. And I wait him out, and when he finishes, I'll approach him and say, I hope you found this restful and we're able to recharge your inner spirit for this. I think we should probably go question the Tanner. Presumably they'll be back from their hunt this evening. And then maybe we retire for the night.
There is much work left to do. Yes, let's question the Tanner and then be off.
All right.
Okay, so we're at about, I guess, 4 p.m. now, as you guys sort of head out to go and question the Tanner.
Can we make that just a little bit later? Can we maybe stop by the bar and make it like 6 or so by the time we go back? I want to give him time to get back from the hunt for the day.
That makes sense. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that, and I feel like it's 4 p.m. is probably a little early to barricade ourselves in the hotel room.
Sure.
Unless we're just that terrified.
Yeah.
Well, there was going to be some drinking, so.
All right, so you guys move to down to number 19, and you see a warehouse which reeks with eye-watering, throat-closing stench that obliterates any other smells. You have stretching racked cutting tables, sharp knives, scrapes of tanned hide. There's a back room finished with leather ready for sale. 6 huge open-topped vats containing various foul-smelling caustic liquids used for tanning.
Does
as you
this
approach.
remind me of Tim?
Not really.
No. Like he's less or more foul?
Tim, less.
Less foul. Okay. All right.
This place stinks of like leather and smelling and death.
Yeah, like kind of like a rotting Nordic eye or something like that, or
Sure.
Okay. Sure.
I
Right.
preserved it.
You see 5
Via the
assistants
process of tanning,
working.
presumably. Go on.
You can see 5 like commoners sort of working on stuff and leather and bits and pieces. And in the back you can see the Ruth.
Okay. Are they clearly apprentices working, or are they just?
Yep.
I'll ask where. What was the tanner's name? I blank on this every single time.
Adam just said we can see him in the back.
Oh, we can. I'm sorry. I thought he said there were people working in the back, not Okay. Yeah, we'd like to approach him.
Five apprentices in the back is Laruth.
Okay, so you can see him. He's got like this really nice piece of leather that he's like laying out, and he's like rubbing some kind of compound into.
Okay. Well,
What do you guys do?
I would like to. Is he so engrossed in the task that it looks like it's going to be a while, or can we maybe wait for a natural break in his task?
So you guys are like what, stood just outside the shop, or do you sort of walk into the
We'll
shop
walk in.
to speak? Okay. So he sort of sees, he looks over his shoulder and sort of says, the customers could come over.
Okay.
I'm just working on this, but I can maybe help.
We'll walk up and I'll greet him again, the same vein as the previous worker that we've approached today, and introduce ourselves and say that we were told some time ago that you might have information that could be relevant to our task in this area. We are running down what happened to the delegation. We've had some success for that, but there still are some members out there, and any information that you might have of strange going-ons in this area or of things outside of the ordinary may be useful to our task. And I'll kind of, once I've said that, I want to do this very solemnly, politely but solemnly. I want to make sure that the import of our task is made clear for that, and see just how he responds as I'm saying this.
Okay. Oh, you're the adventurers. Oh, thank God you guys came along and sorted out our problems. Yes, the trade route was horrendous. It was very, very bad for business. Good job on you guys. Well done for sorting that out. In terms of aid, there was a horrible giant bear that we were going to go and maybe get some hunters and some assistance for, and get you guys to assist us with that. And that was about a week or so ago now, and we've dealt with that, and the bear's been killed, and it was a good fight, a good hunt it was, in fact. And you can see he sort of points to there's a big wall panel, and there's like a whole bear's like carcass that's slowly like being dried, and it was a good fight indeed. I took a hit, and he sort of points to his arm where there's like a big gash and a set of claw marks. But yeah, that was my main invitation of anyone who wanted to assist us with that. You guys have stopped the bandits. I can't be more gracious than I am. It's really helped.
Oh, that's wonderful news. Anything else out of the ordinary? I know this weather has been strange and changed recently, but I kind of maybe give the example of what's happened at the quarry as an example of something out of the ordinary, and see if he has anything to offer in that vein.
So there's been strange movements with the animals recently. There's been a lot of migration away from the hills, seemingly towards the town and towards the deeper parts of the Desserin Valley. We've got our best hunters on it and tracking the packs and making sure we know where to go, because we need those for our business and to live. But yeah, the animals seem to be reacting to something within the hills.
Okay. I'll then ask. I'll offer Thaddeus. Thaddeus, is there anything else you wanted to ask of this man?
No, he's foolish and useless. I could care less about animals or bears, really.
I laugh like that's a joke, and try to play it off like it's a joke to Duluth here. And
Sure.
Then I'll ask him, I'll say, I can't help but notice as we're in here how fine your craftsmanship is here. I have a fairly simple request, but it's timely. Did you do, does he have any like examples up of his work with maybe some like, I'm looking for like burned leather with like patterns or labels or like text and burned leather?
So what is it you're...
I want to get Tim a sign for his shop, and I want to see if he does something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see there's a bit over sort of to the side, raised up on a shelf, where there's like bits of they look literally like signs. So it says like there's a couple with numbers on, and there's a couple with like smithy, tannery, so you can see that these are quite well made sort of signs that you might stick to a stall, or you might even wear it for some of the smaller bits on like an apron perhaps.
Okay. Yeah. And I'll just ask if I can commission one that says Tim's Eclectic Wonders.
Okay.
And if we can get that done for maybe tomorrow, we could pick it up maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know how long this process would take. It doesn't need to be particularly fancy, but I do want to get him that.
Yeah, he says he could. Yeah, we could get that done for you. That'll probably Oh, you know what? You solved the bandits. I can do this one for you. It'll probably take me a couple of hours. But if you come back tomorrow, I'll definitely have it done, and I might be able to do a few. He just kind of trails off. Yeah, come back tomorrow.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I'll grab Thaddeus and we'll leave if there's nothing else to say.
Okay.
Okay.
The only other thing I'd like to do is, as we go through the center of town, I want to look at those 4 buildings on the main intersection there. Seems like, yeah, 7,
They're
10.
suspicious buildings, are they?
Well, no, I don't know what they are, and if I was going to own a building in this town, that would probably be one of the ones I wanted. So I was just going to find out what they are.
Sure. I also think that, but I think a different intersection is slightly more interesting. I think the intersection of the Long Road and 25. So I'd like to know 20, 14, 12, and 13 personally.
What?
That would be my place of property location here. I think.
Okay, so you guys have walked back and forth from these places a couple of times. You've already got a sort of feel of what they are. So number 16 is a wagon works. They just make wagons there. You guys have been going past that a few times, and you can see that they're constantly working on that. Number 1 is the All Faith Shrine, which you visited earlier in the campaign. Number 7 we have is a clothier. So this is like a place that sells either cloth or maybe finely tailored goods. And 10 is a fine poultry shop, which is thriving from local farms and endless.
Fine poultry.
Yeah.
A suspicious poultry.
I don't know how you identify whether
I
the
think
poultry is suspicious or not. So.
Insight would let me know that, perhaps.
What?
Okay, what are you trying to?
Are you asking if the poultry or if the business is suspicious?
Either, both.
Okay.
Anything.
So
You know, I can't have a conversation with Sniven, but you can insight check poultry.
I'm just
Really?
following up on your lead on this. Clearly, you've
It's a
seen
poultry
something
shop.
about this building, and I want to double check if the poultry is
poultry shop,
suspicious.
it sells poultry things. That's it. Okay, so what did you want? 12, 13, 14?
No, I don't actually want that. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I'm very happy to go back to the inn.
Sure.
That mystery will remain unsolved till next time.
Oh, what a shame.
Mhm.
All right, so you guys head back to the inn. We'll say it's now like 7 p.m.
Okay.
As you all kind of... Well, I guess you two arrive and you don't see Dolphidius or Tim.
I just assume that by
They
now.
may have retired to their room or whatever.
Yeah. I the way Tim drinks, I assume he probably passed out at about, he started at 2:30. He's probably out by about 2:45. So I just assume someone has like kicked him under a bench somewhere, brought him to his room, and he'll be fine. So we'll get a room if we can.
Sure, they give you one for free.
Oh,
If
great.
you guys want to have the room together or separately,
Do they give us individual rooms for free?
if you wish.
Sure. Let's do that. I
Okay.
feel like I spend a lot of time on the road sleeping side by side with Thaddeus. A night alone might be nice.
All right. So, does anyone else want to do anything? Are you all going to bed now? What's the party's plan?
Pretty fatigued. I mean, we must be safe in Red Larch, right? We've seen the
Yeah.
exemplary.
You're okay with
Well,
taking the
we're
first
safe. The
watch
two of us
for
are
our
safe.
room, right, Dolphin?
Yeah.
What's that?
You'll take the first watch for our room?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, with the police
Sure.
force we have here, I don't
Good.
think I need to keep a watch. I mean, presumably he's been sleeping all day so he can stay up all night and keep watch. So,
Right, that's probably exactly what he was doing.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a nice meal, drink into the evening, go to bed a little bit later than this, and sleep the night.
it seems unlikely
Okay.
their cultists reach as far and as deep as Red Larch.
So are you taking watches, Tim and Dolphin?
Yes, Dolphin's first watch. And once
Okay.
I've completed my trance, I can take the second watch. And the owl
I'm
will fly
very
around
cli-
and the owl is particularly looking for people in cultist robes carrying large boxes,
Where's the owl?
flying around the town.
Okay.
I assume that Thaddeus's horse will cover
Did
all
you
the
get
watches
separate rooms?
for us.
Chakolth and Thaddeus?
Yep.
Yep.
Who's second watch with you two?
For Thaddeus and I?
No, for.
No.
Okay, so Steve, can you roll?
I'm not gonna be first.
Steve, you roll perception.
Al perception or me perception?
Your perception. Okay, so everyone goes to sleep. Chakolth, you wake up, and there's a voice in your head, and it just goes, "Hello."
A voice in my head says hello. That's not me.
Yeah.
I'll go yes.
Now you know what it's like.
Yes. Who is this?
Who are you?
You're in my head. I think I'll ask you to identify yourself first.
No. Who are you?
Look, this game could get very boring. I'm Chakolth. You're talking in my head. Who are you?
Ah, Chakolth. Are you strong enough yet?
Yes.
Being a shield is so boring.
What would you like to be instead?
I'm weak. I need energy.
Type of energy.
I don't know. You kill things. Let's use theirs. I gave you energy. Can I share yours?
Yes, I would be happy to feed you energy.
You feel like a strange surge beginning within you. Are you sure?
I'm watching my shield at this point, having figured this out. Yes, I'm totally sure.
Okay. Can you give me like a scale of energy on a scale of like 1 to 5 that you would devote to it? 1 being the lowest and 5 being
Hold
the
on a minute.
highest.
I feel like maybe I'm feeling like now we're agreeing to different things. I'm agreeing to feed it energy. Is it? Are you?
Yeah, just like on a scale of like in
Yeah.
character. Like, would you give it all of your energy, or would you?
No,
give
no,
it,
no,
like,
not my energy. I'm
okay.
agreeing to feed it the energy of the things we kill. Is it asking for my energy? Did I mishear you?
It's kind of asking for both.
Oh, I want to be clear that I'll give it the energy of the things I kill, but I need my energy to live. That's what I'd try to tell
Oh,
it.
I won't kill you.
I think.
I just need a little bit, and then I can help.
You gotta go 5.
No.
Go full.
I'm going to attempt to get a little bit more information from it before I commit to anything one way or the other.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, do you understand what I am?
You're my vessel.
Do you understand that I'm alive and that you can hurt me?
Because of me,
In part.
I changed you. You were broken and weak. Now I am weak.
This isn't your shield. This is your frickin' fricker, your celestial.
Who's my shield right now? All right. I hear that and I'll say, do you need it now or can it be soon?
Okay, but sooner is good. I'm very, very weak and very bored.
I contemplate murdering townsfolk to feed it energy and think probably not till tomorrow.
So where's your shield when you go to sleep? Like, where do you put it? Is it like on the floor? Is it?
Nope, it's in the
Somewhere
bed
with you.
tonight.
It's just especially tonight. It's in the bed.
Yep, tonight it's in the bed.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, your shield has your celestial in it now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wake you up. Are you tired?
Yes.
You should rest. And you fall unconscious.
Okay. Perfect.
8 hours pass. Everyone wakes up.
You have an idiot 3-year-old for a celestial.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
that's right. I do. Okay. So we wake up. It's morning time. I'll get up a little bit early. I feel that. Do I feel refreshed and well rested?
Yep. Everyone has a long rest.
Okay. I would like to get up as soon as I don't know how early a tannery opens. Is it like before breakfast style thing? If I want to go pick up
Yeah,
stuff?
it's like 8. So let's see. What it was 7 p.m. Like, give me a time that you guys want to wake up, and we'll say that that's what we go to. So it's day 2. What time you want to wake up as a group?
About somewhere around dawn. What is that? 6:30? 7?
I want to get up at 6:15 so I can run by the place first.
Okay, so we'll say 6:30. Everyone gets up, apart from Chakolth, who gets up a bit earlier and goes to the tannery.
So a long rest is full hit points, half hit dice back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you get up at 6:15 and you start walking down the stairs and you walk out the swinging sword door. It's quite quiet
Oops.
in the morning, and you just hear the voice in your head. Where are we going?
To run some errands before we go back to deal with the cultists
Do I get your power now?
soon.
Okay.
Okay. Can I? And I wait, like, as I'm walking down for this, I like wait for like maybe like 5 minutes, and then I try to address it in the same way I've been addressing it to see if it responds. And I'll say, "Are you still
What do
there?
you say? What do you say? I'm always here.
Are
I am
you
now, anyway.
are you able to communicate like this freely
To you,
anytime?"
I guess. It's boring. You're boring. Let's go kill things.
Yeah, I just don't even respond to that.
Okay.
Did we distribute
He
those
starts
tokens?
saying that on a loop nonstop.
Do we,
4 greater healings each. Sure, we can do that.
Did we do that overnight?
good.
No, we haven't yet, but let's say we did.
4
Yeah,
greater
you
healing.
guys can, convert the wizard gold into healing gold.
Do we want 4 each? I'm taking 5.
I mean, you did orchestrate it, so.
I'm giving Chakolth 3, and I'm taking 5.
Okay.
I'm keeping the sign. I offer the sign. I bring it up, and then I see you only give me 3, and then I offer it for trade. I'll be like, "Tim, I think this could be very valuable for your business. Branding is extremely important, especially early in a business like
Okay.
yours."
So we slice that moment where Chaco goes to the tannery, picks up the sign, everyone's just like, gives it to him, etc. He gets back to the tavern, and this conversation happens.
And I was thinking of you. I heard your story. I think the wizard probably took advantage of you, possibly because he doesn't believe your brand has any reach to punish that kind of transgression. And I think it's time to really start thinking about that. And I show him the sign, and it's really well done. And
Yeah, it is.
kind of impressed with it.
So what did it say? Tim's Eclectic
Wonders.
Wonders. And then like in between the word eclectic and wonders is like a figurine design of like an elf with 2 blades kind of spinning in motion. And then at the corners of the sign is like these elvish details that you see that you would recognize, Steve, from like the elves that you know and are aware of and like represent not your clan or your like wherever you're from. It's kind of like representative of that.
Is 13 enough for me to tell Chakolth's intentions here?
What is Chakolth's intentions here?
Are you asking me what my intentions are here?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I've given you a sign to
It's
help
just
with
to
your
be
branding.
nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can kind of get the feel of that.
This is very suspicious to Tim.
You know, it's interesting. Right. I think you should do a 10-minute ritual and make sure it's really a sign.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is say, Chakolth, this is outstanding. It is so nice of you to get this for me. I have no idea how you managed to steal a sign from this village that had my name and my picture on it. But that's great. We should probably get out of here before they notice it's gone. And then I'm going to start channeling detect magic.
As he says, I respond to him and I say, "We don't need to worry about them. They won't be bothering us." And I say that kind of ominously and threateningly.
Ah, that's the Chakolth I know.
All right.
I'm gonna, given this the first time I've seen the sign, I'm gonna say, "Wow, that's a really nice sign," and I'm gonna start reading it, and then I'm gonna do a wisdom check to see if I know what eclectic means.
Pretty sure. Judging by your usage earlier,
Yeah.
A barbarian.
It's
I
like that
think-
word, you know when you
yeah.
know
it's
like
a
really fancy
barbarian
word,
scholar.
and you think you know what it means, and it's not quite. It's like 90% there, but it's not quite there. That's kind of where you're at. You're like, oh yeah, it means this, and it actually is something slightly different.
Yeah, and I realized kind of as I was coming back that really this was both Tim and Dolphidius's store and sign. So I've taken a chunk of like just like leather, that like scrap leather there, and like just like scratched and Dolphidius with like thy knife and like smeared some like like charcoal from the fire in it. So it's super like compared to the craftsmanship of the one, it's like this little bit you could like maybe like stick on next to it. It just looks terrible. I hand that to you as
man.
well. So All right. I feel pleased with that. All right, so I marked down 3 healing potions and ready to get going. Tim?
Where do you guys want to go?
Ready?
All right. What do you guys want? Finish up the water temple or check out the spire?
Spire.
My vote's water temple.
Spire. To the spire.
Spire.
Kevin?
You know, my inclination is to finish stuff up, but I don't know. I'm a little concerned. I had a vision as I prayed. I had a vision as I prayed.
There he is.
More earth fiends causing chaos, lightning lancing. Wait, is lightning from the Flappy Cult, you think?
Probably. Could be.
Lightning and chaos and earthen disasters. I don't think the water cult is our current need.
Do I get the impression that this is probably the information his horse has passed along?
What do you want to roll insight?
Yeah.
Thaddeus, sure.
Can I ask Thaddeus about the horse?
You can do what you want. You can tell that Thaddeus is very, very determined and believing what he's saying right now. Like that he feels this vision is totally true, and that's what he saw.
And I ask him, how do you tell, Thaddeus, as a man not of a god myself, how do you tell the difference between when your horse is talking to you and when your god is talking to you?
Well, the horse usually wants hay or rest and doesn't generally tell me about cults
Thaddeus,
or give me visions. We have conversations. I'm not beholden to the horse. I visit with a horse. Are you a fool?
no, I literally, as he's saying this, I'm like, it makes a lot of sense. And I'm kind of nodding along, and internally, I'm just like, they're exactly the same, aren't they?
You can hear in your head, Chakolth, the voice just goes, "Your friend is strange."
I know people who talk to voices, it's just bizarre, and I just keep.
So everyone can
subtext.
see Chakolth responding to someone.
No, I'm not talking. No, I was
Did I
about to say.
finish
okay.
channeling detect magic yet?
Sub vocalizing.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so we went to Spire. I'm fine with Spire. It looks like you have God telling you one thing and 2 other people voting that way. That's fine. So we'll go that way. So I guess we're gonna move to the Spire. That's the plan. We'll leave town early, head to the Spire. Do we have an approach to the Spire you guys would like to take? I did like the fact that the temple approach that we had in the water temple, we had an access point to some more stuff, right? If we head to the Spire, we presumably have to deal with whatever defenses they have up around it, which means we're approaching a large, I assume it's a large standing object of some sort that we have to approach and then enter, which is going to be probably a little bit tougher than already entering through the area we breached.
Oh, that's true. We could assault the spire from within.
Yeah, I mean, we have the command words for the elevator. Presumably, if this is the juncture of them, maybe we still go to Spire, but we go to Spire via Water Temple.
The elevator does not lead up into the spire.
How do you know?
Goes to the fire temple. We read it in a book.
Yeah, you did.
Well, aren't they all connected? Aren't we understanding that
You
they're
don't
all...
have keen mind, so you don't remember reading it in a book.
The worm leads up into
the Worm of Endless Stories, of course.
So yeah, exactly. So you know that there's essentially the place where you just fought the fire boss is like, as Steven's character deduced, like the meeting area of all the 4 cults, and above that is essentially kind of like 4 quadrants that almost represent those cults, and you've been into 2 of them, I think, so far.
Well,
Yeah.
we've done
The water and the earth one.
We've done much of water and just barely scraped the dirt.
Yeah.
Right.
But we could do air via that entrance. That makes me feel I'm more excited about that than I am the directly head into the Spire from the outside.
Right.
The only problem is it's another 8 hours travel or something, right? 6 hours travel.
what we miss out on is standing around outside a spire for 2 hours of real time, trying to figure out whether we're going to be Baker monks in order to trick them into letting us in.
Yeah. I feel like we did have some ideas prior to this about using subtlety and a misdirection to get in, but we've just spent the last day telling everyone in Red Larch who we are, as well as been pretty clear that all of the people in the cultist cultist city basically know us on site. The adventurers are here. The woman knew our name. The fire cultist lady there knew everything about us. I don't really feel like we're gonna be surprising anyone when 4 adventurers show up with a talking horse and fucking Muradin's hammer anymore. So I guess I'm less excited about trying to sneak in the front of the spire via some sort of subterfuge.
They know that we're in the basement too, though.
Sure. But presumably the basement is not set up to defend incursions from... I mean, maybe it is, because I guess the cultists are all there, but it feels like to me, the deeper we are...
Giant vertical shaft that we have to float up slowly.
No, it's not.
And
It's
we'll
the worm.
be... Oh, we just keep climbing the worm?
Yeah.
It's just
So
a staircase.
it had stairs built onto it.
Yeah.
I think if it's a bit you're referring to.
If you offer an argument for why we go in the front of the spire, I mean, I could be swayed. It's just this is
Let's
my...
stop by the spire on the way, because it's on the way anyway.
That's
Yeah,
not a
I wanna-
convincing
we
argument.
can at least-
Swaying.
Well, how about this? Do we even know what the spire outside layout looks like?
Well, but I'm suggesting we go to the spire via the water cult, so via the water temple.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess
so
I'm just
way
saying
through the
scout the
fire temple.
outside of the spire, if that's
That's where
possible.
the spire is, right? So
Yeah, why don't we go past the spire just so that we know what it looks like, and
Yeah.
then
Just take a glance.
I'm inclined to go up through the center like you suggest.
I
but
kind of like
it
the
does-
idea of setting up to siege the spire. We just set up camps at it, and then we run in, and all of us dump all of our loads of fireballs, throwing them into the spire, and then we run out and rest again for 8 hours and keep doing this until there's nothing remaining.
I like that idea. It's the same thing we basically did with the Zaggorat, except on a much larger scale.
Yeah. Front of the spire is what you guys want. I'm okay with that. It just seems.
I think just scout it, just see what's going on there, and then
But
we
this
can.
is this is the Thaddeus scout, right? This is the right before we rest. We'll go scout this next corridor.
Hasted
No,
dash
it's
60 feet.
it's inevitable what we're gonna
Powerful
do if we're gonna.
resources.
Sure. But it's inevitable what's going to happen if we approach the front of a fortress with people who are expecting us to show up, who are hostile to us. The outcome is foregone, right? Like, we know what happens there.
Well, we don't even have to necessarily like go to the door. We stay a mile away. We let the owl do a little flyabout. We get the lay of the land.
Yeah, that sounds smart.
Does it?
I don't
Yeah,
I don't want to go up to the spire. I don't want to be even spotted by the spire.
All
you
right.
can
In fact,
camouflage. Yeah.
What if we
I'd like
find
to
a very
avoid-
inviting garden entrance? Do we take it?
Ooh, are there gargoyles?
At the spire? Probably. All right. So if you guys want to do that, which one do I lead? Is that coming up soon?
I think the spire maybe.
Oh, yeah? Are we deciding
Sure.
on that now? All right, we're going
Sure.
through the water fucking cult then if we're doing that.
You're gonna slay the spire cult to feed your herald.
That's right.
This
All right.
is Chakolth's rage bloodbath.
All right, in which case then we're going through the cultists and the water temple. I have no desire to set up outside the spire whatsoever.
Or even scout it or see it.
No, not really.
We don't
Maybe
even
it's
know what
not
it
a
looks like.
spire. Maybe it's like an outhouse.
It is labeled
I mean,
the spire
It's just
on the
called
map.
the spire, but right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just branding. It's a leather like sign that says the spire, and it's on the outside
Yeah.
of an outhouse.
It's
be.
just a bar.
So you're going to walk all the way past the spire, go all the way to the keep, go into the keep, then go all the way along up to the place where you believe the spire to be underneath, or above rather, and work your way that way. Yep.
Yes.
When you say it that way, it sounds ridiculous.
So we've successfully gone to a place that Adam didn't prepare.
Is,
That's
is that what we're gathering from that?
done. Got him.
Is that what's happening? 'Cause
So-
I could. That would be a persuasive argument for trying the front of the spire.
That's fine. Let's work out how long it takes you to get to the keep.
Actually going to the spire.
Let's not push it. There's a lot of things we
When-
can explore in the water
When
flowing down
Chakolth
there.
takes us somewhere other than the spire, is he still leading
Well,
the party?
As this
If
type, I like
Yeah, I
silent.
was gonna say,
I
I
like
like how he used his leadership ability in the spire to take us away from the spire.
I
But
do.
as soon as we get to the water cult, it's me again.
Yes.
I like
You can bring us back to the spire. Oh no.
My leadership style really involves silent obedience. It's
Stop talking, peasants.
Back to work.
Heart of Darkness. Do I get that as a leader, or is that just paladins who get that?
Just Kevin.
Okay.
Uh,
So yes, I want to travel back to the water cult.
Okay. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, wait. What? 1, 2, 3. So yeah, 6 hexes.
Well, except we're doing the same thing we did in reverse, right? Down the road, and then.
So it's 4.5 hours.
You tell me.
4.5
Are
hours.
you just gonna do the same reverse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't know,
1.5
2
hours.
hours
I think it's
underground.
down the road and then out this way, kind of, right?
So we're at 12:30
Okay.
p.m.
I think as we talk to
Sniven to
Sniven.
get us
Yeah.
2 cloaks of protection.
Is that what we're doing now? We need that shield, right?
But you've not gone.
Have
You've
enough
not gone
for the
anywhere
shield
to
as
find
well.
it.
Yeah, can we send Sniven to go do it though?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
How much
So
gold do we have?
Quite a
Yeah.
bit now.
we have 6841.
Does that include the 500 that the merchants gave me?
Yes.
What?
Didn't we have like 4,000 before?
We had nearly. I thought we had nearly 4,000.
And then we spent 2600 on potions.
And then
Okay.
I got 6,500. Did you put the 6,500 I
Yeah,
got
I
in?
put the 6500 in there.
But no. But simple math says that doesn't work, right? So we had nearly 4,000. We say we lost 2,500. So that puts us at 1,500. Then we gained 6,500, puts us at 8,000. Then we gained another 500 from Thaddeus for 8,500, and then another 177 from me, right? So how are we?
Yeah, I mean, I can go back through all of it, but
That's just
definitely
fun,
what I-
guys.
We can get 2 cloaks and a shield +1, I think.
Yep.
We're sending Sniven on a shopping errand. If the math is wrong, we'll change what we sent them.
Yeah,
for
alright,
rest
we don't need
of
that
the
now,
we
but
give-
I mean, so after the potions, we had 1923, so then everything on top of that.
So let's
Yeah.
Minus the...
That sounds right.
So Sniven has how much gold? In total?
like 8,000 or so.
8,000.
And we'll send him unarmed down a.
Is traveling to Waterdeep
Yep.
to purchase what?
2 cloaks
plus-
of
plus one
protection and
shield?
+1.
2
And
cloaks
2 cloaks
protection.
of what?
Protection.
Cloaks of protection. All right.
Okay. Do they have delivery services in Waterdeep?
What do you mean?
Like, can I call in an order for a cloak?
You mean like if you could send a message to Waterdeep to send it to you?
Yeah.
Well, you could do that, yeah, but you've now just sent Sniven instead.
Right.
Right.
Sure. Okay.
All right. So Sniven gets a large backpack and puts all the gold in it, and notes it all down. Takes his horse and begins to ride away.
Cool. All right, we're going into the depths again.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna get excited when we climb out of the worm. It puts us on the ground just a little bit east of the spire. But at least we'll finally. Do you guys want to check the tunnels while we're here? I assume tunnel going north is probably Earth Cult, but tunnel going west might be relevant.
Yeah, tunnel going west might be air cult.
Okay, so I guess we get to let's see,
I feel
1,
so
2,
sorry for you right now, Adam.
3:30 in the afternoon as you guys. Why? What's wrong, Steve? You guys come
What would
sailing
you guys
down
like
number
to
1.
do next week? We'd like to check every area that's available on the map.
So where are we going?
I think we're gonna check out 20.
20. Okay.
That seems reasonable.
So that is here. Okay, 2 seconds. So you guys are rowing along, and you're gonna just row from 1 all the way to 19.
Mhm.
Okay. As these guys sort of crest across the water past this this bit here,
We can't see pings if you're giving us pings.
Why is that not showing here? Can you see that down here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So as you guys go past there, you guys just want to roll perception to sort of see, well, if you see anything out of the ordinary. And then number 20.
Wow. We are determined not to see things. Oh, Chakolth managed, maybe.
A14. Okay, everything seems okay as you guys sort of arrive. Chakolth can sort of see there's some strange movement under the water in this sort of area here.
Can you show us the rest of this, since presumably this is in sight?
Yeah, I can. Hang on. It's not much further, but imagine that this bit here is just a wall.
Okay.
So that where you see it's yellow, that's like the beginning of the legend on the map. So that's just a piece of cave wall
Okay.
that you come across. Yeah, so you guys were up to 19.
Yeah. I do point out, be wary, there's something under the water there, but I'm not too concerned about it. There's a lot of stuff living in the water here that we don't like. So.
Sure, like Sharkman and...
Yeah.
Right, so let's just move you guys down to 19. Hang on. Come in. Okay, so what do you guys want to do once you arrive? You just walk up to 20 to explore.
Yeah.
Can you?
Okay, what?
There you can see.
Oh, Steve gone?
Steve?
Yeah.
Mayday, mayday.
That's a rip, Steve. He did seem like he wanted to do something, so we'll wait for him to come back.
Sure.
Actually, this wouldn't be a terrible spot to cut the part either.
Okay.
So, thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll be back in just a moment, and see you soon.